is chelation therapy so frowned upon?
Oh, because for 50 years, conventional medicine said it doesn't work. It doesn't work, it's not scientific, it doesn't work, it's not scientific. And then in 1992, Bill Clinton passed this act, and Hans Napier was one of the guys who testified, came from Germany to the United States to testify to the Senate committee, and Orrin Hatch and a few of the other Republicans had been treated by him. His family members had been treated by him. And so they voted yes and got this thing passed. And what it did is it increased the funding for the NIH and got some of these things on the path of being approved. And down the line, the NIH finally did this study on chelation therapy and found out yes. And all of a sudden, chelation therapy went from being persona non grata in medical. Now, a bunch of doctors said, oh, I want that in my office because it's going to be a money thing. You know, I'm going to make more money selling chelation therapy.
Can you define what that chelation therapy is? What is it exactly?
Well, it's a liquid cocktail that's put into your, my wife and I have had this, all right, I'll tell you the story about my wife. Ingrid, this isn't you, it's somebody else. She came home one day from a beach walk and she said, I've had angina. She said, you know, I've had a problem here. So she went to a cardiologist and they did the stress test and all the other tests, and he said, we have to have an operation. You need either a stent and or a bypass, and you need it within the next 2 or 3 days. And she just said, well, I appreciate your opinion, but that's not going to happen right now. I'm going to talk to my husband, and I think he may have some alternatives for me. I told him about Dr. Harvey. I told him about the chelation therapy. She went for 90 hours. It was 33-hour sessions over a year and a half. Pain was gone, but she had to go to the cardiologist again, and she did, and he did all the tests. And I can tell you that in that instance, the bottom half of her heart initially was black because there was no oxygen getting into the bottom half of her heart. Now she did all these tests, no difficulty. The heart was perfectly white and clear. And she looked at this and he said, I don't understand. This has never happened before. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I've been a cardiologist for 30 years. He said, what did you do? She said, well, my husband told me about chelation therapy and I went and got it. And he said, where'd you get it? And he said, Dr. Harvey. Oh, he says, I know Dr. Harvey. I didn't even know he was doing that. And she said, well, now that you know he's doing it and you see this, do you think that you would do this if this happened to you? That's the classic question of all time, right? And he goes, maybe. You know he would. You know he would. Maybe means yes in conventional medicine talk, all right?